you've got activists, people who are from churches, they're from Gurdwara, they're from schools, from universities, they're from one of the 350 town and city groups around the UK. They come together in solidarity, really, with people in the developing world who are eking out a living and trying to improve their lives and improve the lives of their communities. So today is a celebration of that, but it's also actually about sharing stories and understanding better the mechanism of how fair trade commodities compare to non-fair trade commodities and why people are making a difference by buying them. And obviously we all look for an increase in opportunity for our farmers in the developing world. Whatever products it is that they're producing, whether they're producing fair trade tea, fair trade coffee, whatever the commodity, it could be fruit, whatever it is that they're creating, bananas, whatever else. What we want for them is a changed world, a changed environment. We want them to be in a position where they're no longer subject to corporate America, the big tax dollars spent by the big food giant companies. At the moment, those small farmers, those small cooperatives, their business is governed by revenues that they earn from big corporations. But there's another opportunity for them, another channel. And that channel is to sell into independent supermarkets and through independent brands and others, whatever commodity they're working, whether it's cocoa or coffee. And the other side of this coin, by the way, is local. None of this is at the expense of local, because none of the fair trade business that we're talking about here in any way undermines local. We're all supporters of local, whether it's local dairies, producers of local cheeses and things. None of those things are available as fair trade, and that's specifically because we don't want to compete between these two different groups of commodities. Fair trade commodities are all about international commodities grown in the developing world. And it's actually about returning back to them a fair day's pay for a fair day's work. And here we're asking for people to engage, to get involved. There's no barrier. This is an alliance of the willing. This is all about getting the community involved here on the ground with the community overseas. And during Fair Trade Fortnight, we bring over the fair trade growers and farmers to come and meet these communities. So there's an opportunity to meet the farmers themselves and talk to them about what their experiences are, how they deal with medical care, how they deal with school for their children, and how they build a life for themselves in developing countries. It's a tough life for them, but while we hope through our work that it will be a little easier.